Good morning. It is wonderful to see all of you here. What a beautiful congregation has assembled this morning for this amazing service and time of worship, this Advent and Christmas hymn festival. Now, I'm sure that you have figured out by now that this service is a little different from every other Sunday when we gather together. And in most worship services, there is a time for us to receive and to welcome new members. More often than not, that's closer to the end of the service. But because of the uniqueness of this service today, we wanted to do things just a little differently. And we do have 3 new members who are coming to join St. John's United Methodist Church this morning. And so before we begin to sing together and before the choir enters, we wanted you to have an opportunity to welcome and to receive our new members this morning. Sammy and Denise, would you come? And also Elise. This is Elise Kaler. She's been attending here for some time now, singing in our choir, a graduate student across the street, a vocalist, a musician, a composer, brings wonderful gifts to us, and she has opened her heart wide to St. John's United Methodist Church and decided that this is the place for her. And so we welcome Elise this morning. And Sammy and Denise also have been here long enough that we already call you our own. And we have loved the opportunity to get closer and closer as the weeks go by. And certainly to see that you're finding your own niche here and making yourself at home. You're going to be such a wonderful asset and a great members for this congregation. And we're so happy to welcome Sammy and Denise Stevenson, and they're coming to us from the Anton United Methodist Church. And so I ask both of you, or all 3 of you, as a couple and as an individual, as you come to be a part of St. John's United Methodist Church, will you support this congregation with your prayers and your presence, with your gifts and your service and your witness? Will you do these things? And congregation, on page number 3 of your worship bulletin, you'll find there a reception for new members. And we invite you to join your voices with mine as we welcome and receive these beautiful new members to St. John's United Methodist Church. We rejoice to welcome you as members of Christ Holy Church, and we bid you welcome to St. John's United Methodist Church. And with you, we renew our vows to uphold it by our prayers, our presence, our gifts, our service, and our witness. Now, isn't that a fantastic way to begin worship? When the service concludes today, I'll ask Sammy and Denise and Elise to join me in the narthex. Be sure as you leave the service today that you come by and welcome them and greet them and make sure that they feel the warmth of this, their new congregation. Thank you so much. Well, a great way to begin a worship service. But now let us open our hearts wide to the presence of God's Spirit. Let us pay attention to that light that shines in darkness. Let us worship God together.